1. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?
SPEAKROC, that's the team that I'm with. SPEAKROC, don't it make a lot of sense? SPEAKROC, yeah, we speak to each other. Hey, young man, be a brother to another, Put the other things aside, throw away the fakeness. All my brothers got the key to achieve greatness. Let nobody bring you down when you tryna reach the top. Let them know what you represent, tell them SPEAKROC. Let's make a change for the best. Let your voice be heard, let your words be expressed. Brothers and sisters, set a goal to the top. If anybody got your back, let them know it's SPEAKROC.
Hey, yo, Guap, that was dope. Hey, just gotta keep telling them what it is out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you already know, man.
Hey, we doing this one for the D. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though, brothers and sisters? How you doing this today? Hey, this is your brother SPEAKROC, and you are here today at the SPEAKROC show. Hey, look, I appreciate you all's time. I appreciate you all taking, just a little moment out and being with your boy SPEAKROC. Look, here's the deal. Hey, my numbers are steadily going up of people joining in on the program, joining in on this platform, listening to me, share my insight on, certain subjects. I do my best to bring, the best content that I can. And look, I appreciate y'all, being with me and joining me on the ride. Hey, look, I asked this of you all. My numbers on my social media platforms are increasing as well. So I ask you all, when you see this content come across social media, for those who follow me, I ask that you share, that you like, and, just push this content out. Let's share it amongst ourselves. Let's share it with the brothers and sisters. I'm not the only one. I don't have all the answers. I believe that we all do. I believe collectively, we all have something to say. And like I've said many times before, what you have to say is value to me on this platform. So once again, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, also on YouTube at SPEAKROC, SPEAKROC. It's the same handle for all the platforms. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it today. All right, for those who follow me, you'll see on my platform that I made a post. I shared a post, and that post was, with my logo, and it's a Blu-ray that I purchased over 2 years ago. And that Blu-ray was of the movie about Nat Turner. And that movie was called The Birth of a Nation, made by Nate Parker. And I posted that for a reason, because there's something, I saw a correlation of what's going on with the Black Panther movie and with Birth of a Nation and us as black people. The correlation is, having that warrior spirit, being ready to fight when the need calls for it. And if you remember, if any of you saw the movie, The Birth of a Nation, excellent movie, awesome movie. So if you haven't seen it, I ask that you go and check it out. It's probably at a local library somewhere, where you could check it out from the library. You could probably stream it from a streaming service, or bottom line is you can go and just go buy it. I'm sure you can get on Amazon, or wherever else, and you can purchase the movie. It's worth the purchase. Gives you a good story about uprising and rebellion, a slave rebellion in Virginia. And the person that headed that up was an individual at that time, what they considered to be a slave, Nat Turner. And he was also a minister of the gospel, a man of God, if you will. And not to give too much of it away, but he came to an understanding And he believed like, hey, look, we shouldn't be in these conditions. We shouldn't be enslaved. This is horrific. This is, egregious on so many levels. And, he said, hey, look, I'm going to organize. And, before I stay a slave another day, I'm going to fight for my freedom. I'm going to fight for what I know is right. And I'm not only just liberate me, I'm going to liberate my people as well. And, in that uprising, that rebellion was just one of many, but this is the one that kind of, grew legs and, it sparked fear and into Caucasian America. The so-called slave masters, look, they were put on notice like, hey, these, what you're calling slaves, they're going to fight and kill to get out of slavery. Now, you say, well, where are you going with this there, SpeakRoc? Where's the correlation that you speak of in reference to us, African Americans, Black America, and the newly released movie, Black Panther? Now, just as disclaimer, I haven't seen the movie Black Panther, but I've been collecting Marvel comic books, and I've collected Black Panther comic books since I was a young boy. So, I'm very familiar, where a lot of people may not be familiar with Black Panther. I am, so I know the history, Wakanda, I got it. And I know the movie is, whenever you make a movie from the book, there's always a different spin. There's some nuances that, that could be different, for the purpose of storytelling, but, I have the gist of it. With that being said, I asked my children today, I said, it was yesterday, I said, what is one of the first things you notice when you look at the trailers for Black Panther and you see Wakanda and all this, and you see the people and you see the characters? What is the first thing you notice? And my children said the same thing that I was thinking. And that is, they're warriors. They got a warrior spirit. They will fight. They are fighting. And I said, you're absolutely right. And what I think that Black America is excited to see someone that looks like them, that is willing to fight to have what they have. That being the culture, that being the religion, that being the wealth, that being the intelligence, that being the resources, everything that we've ever heard about the continent of Africa and the countries that lie within. And every African American, every Black American has come into the knowledge of and some type of understanding of they could possibly, or you could possibly come from this continent with this type of history. It's exciting to us. It's exciting to see. It's exciting to see that we have the upper hand in a situation that we are not bottom feeders anymore. We're not just slaves. We're not just servants. We're at the pinnacle of what humanity can offer. And that's being a king. That's being a queen. That's being a warrior. And that's exciting to us. And what I want to share with you all is that even though that's exciting, even though it's fantasy with Marvel comic books, it's a comic book. Even though, this is a situation which it's not reality, but these things can be reality for us. And you know what? Actually, they have been our reality. Going back to Nat Turner. This is an individual who said, look, I will fight. And I'm saying this to us because we have to understand, in order to have anything great and for someone not to take it, sometimes you're going to have to fight. And I said this in my post, in my social media post, that sometimes God will, there's going to be instances where you're going to have to fight out of that situation as well as pray. You're just not going to be able to just pray yourself out of certain situations. If that was the case, the rebellions during slavery, they would have prayed themselves out of that situation. But that didn't happen. They had to fight. They had to survive. They had to come up with strategy on how to get away. Now, those who are in their late 30s and beyond, you know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, we should have seen something, on TV, Eyes on the Prize, that educated us about the civil rights movement. And, there was programming that explained to us about, what was transpiring during times of slavery. I know in my school coming up, and I tell anybody, hey, look, I'm born and bred, East Side Detroit. And I know in the Detroit public school system that I came up in, believe it or not, they taught, the history of the African American. It was taught. It wasn't a secret. And guess what? We had white teachers in there teaching just as fervent as the black teachers. Oh, yeah. So I know for me, for the younger generation in your mid-20s and later, younger, I'm sorry that you're being cheated. But you know what? That's no excuse. With all this information out here on the internet, with people, with your elders that are older than you. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. We are just a generation removed. People that's in my generation in the late 30s and up. We are just one generation moved away from segregation. Just one generation removed. So it resonates with us. And truth be told, I think a lot of people that's extremely excited about Black Panther is the people in what they would call Generation X or whatever, even though I can't stand that. I don't even know why I said it. But the point is, because we understand, I'm not going to say fully, but we have a understanding through our learning of what our seniors and our elders went through during the civil rights movement. Through reading, through our education, we understand what it was like in slavery, only partially. And that's only partially because, we weren't there, so we can't get the full effect. But I believe many of us still know today that we suffer. Our people as a whole, we suffer from those instances of slavery and during civil rights and during Jim Crow. We understand that. So with that being said, let me go back to Nat Turner. Like I said earlier, he was a minister of the gospel. Oh yeah, he preached, this good word. But nevertheless, he knew things were wrong. And I would challenge in anybody who's like, well, violence isn't the way to go. I'm not condoning violence. I'm not saying that's where we just need to, African Americans, we just need to break bad and jump up and just go, just go take over. No, that's not what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, once again, there are some situations in this lifetime, as long as you may live, your prayers alone, God would not just deliver you on your prayers alone. If that was the case, we wouldn't even have a military. I served in the military. When I joined in the military, I understood at its core the reason why there was a military and why I would be in it. At the end of the day, the bottom line was to defend a nation. Now you tell me that's not linked to Black Panther and Wakanda and the whole movie. Black Panther, when he came out in, like, I believe it's what, Civil War, he let you know off rip. He's the Black Panther is the defender of Wakanda. Now, prior to you seeing him as the Black Panther, yeah, he was diplomatic. They went to their version of the UN, the World Council, what have glitz and the glam of having, it all together. It's not just the glitz and the glam of, the nice costumes and, the garb and the uniforms of the soldier. It's not just that. It's not just only the wealth. It's not just that. I believe it's also coupled with the fact that these strong people that are being shown to you in Black Panther, the inhabitants of Wakanda, are proud people. People who are so proud of, and they care so much about where they're from, that they're willing to defend it at all cost. And I'm just saying, if no one else saying, I'm saying it, that is attractive to us. When was the last time that we, as Black people, that we've seen, that we've been a part of something that unified, that we will defend it, that we will defend us? And the thing is, not only just because, there was a death that happened in our culture, we know what has been going on, these unwarranted killings. As a matter of fact, to prove the fact that they're so unwarranted, one of the young ladies, the young lady by the name of Corinne, her family just received, I believe it was 37 million because of a wrongful killing by the Baltimore Police Department. That goes to show you that it was wrong. So I believe that when you take in all these, Tamir Rice, when you take in, Trayvon Martin, when you take all of these into consideration and you look at the injustices that we suffer, it feels good that we can look at something, even if it's fantasy, that we can look at something that will reflect and that would just show and depict us as being unified. That shows us in our glory and our splendor. But I'm going to say something to you, brothers and sisters. We have to use this movie as a tool. It has to be a tool to show us what we can be, where we need to go. Because I've told y'all this before. I believe in us. And once again, a lot of us might think like, hey, look, but fighting isn't the answer. No, it's not the answer for all situations. And fighting just isn't physical all the time. There's a mental war that's going on right now. Don't believe it? Ask LeBron James. Ask Kevin Durant. You got some Fox News reporter attacking them, and you might as well say, if it's an attack on them, it's an attack on us. And it's a mental attack. What are we going to do? How are we going to stand together? Oh yeah. We have to come. Look, I know I hear so much. Oh, black folk this, black folk that, black folk being extra, black folk hating on one another. This, We have to look at the big picture. Those who are mature enough have to say, I get it. We're not all there yet as far as a level of maturity to understand that we need not bicker amongst each other, that there needs not be hate amongst each other. The violence needs to stop amongst, I get it. But those who know better, we have to be influential. We have to influence those that don't know better. We have to operate out of a seat of compassion. We have to have the patience to be able to speak to those, our people, and bring them on board. Because every time we cutting them loose, you're cutting them loose manpower. Every person that you leave, you just leave them to themselves and you just let them be and just let the world have their way with them. We're losing manpower. We are. It's the truth. You win a fight in numbers. You have to have numbers to win a fight. Once again, I was in the military. I know these things. Hey, I'm telling you, and let me just say this, and I think I started on it, but I didn't finish. There are many stories in the Bible where the people of God had to literally, physically fight to get themselves out of harm's way or get what they needed or protect themselves. Now, I know when someone came, well, the New Testament, Jesus didn't fight and he told the people that's not why he's there. Because, yeah, the people, when Jesus came on board, people was like, hey, look, we're going to have an uprising. We're going to fight, and you're going to lead us. And Jesus is like, look, I ain't here for all that. That's not what I'm here to show y'all. And you know what? What I say to that? That was Jesus' mission. I know I'm going to have a lot of people mad at me at that one, but it's true. That was Jesus' mission. You can't come to be the Lamb of God and you fighting and you killing people. That don't go with the mission. It doesn't. How can you give yourself up as a sacrifice and you're fighting? Don't work like that. Jesus had something to do. And last time I checked, the blood of Jesus is the blood that delivers and that makes whole, that heals. The blood of Jesus is the blood that can deliver you from your sins. No other person that walked the face of this earth, you don't have that kind of blood. Real talk. I don't care what it is that you try to be nonviolent about. I don't care what sacrifice you try to make with your life to prove a point. Your blood isn't going to deliver nobody. So I think it's important that we make these distinctions, and it's very clear, because I think because I believe one of the problems, a lot of the problems that people have with Christianity is that we do nothing but sit idly by and look to pray ourselves out of situations, and we're being slaughtered. I said it because it has to be said. This is Speak Rock, and I'm going to speak my piece. None of us are a sacrifice in that manner, in the same way as Jesus. If that's the case, we need not be in the, America needs not have a military. If that's the case, if you're a brother and sister, you need not join the military. If that's the case, you're a brother or sister, you need not join the police force. If that's the case, don't join the FBI, don't join the CIA, don't join Homeland Security. If that's the case. But it's amazing how many of us brothers and sisters that are believers, that are Christians, that are in these type of law enforcement and type elements. And let me be very clear. I'm not saying that you're going out looking for the fight, but guess what? You sure not going to run from the fight when it comes to defending and protecting those that need defending and protecting. And once again, that goes back to what I'm saying. Black Panther, the movie in Wakanda, exemplifies the fact of a proud people, a proud nation, that we not coming to bring you any harm. But before we allow you to bring us some harm, we will throw these hands. And we will show you what this peace can do. So I don't look. We taking bus trips. We getting a family reunion together. I done heard all kind of stuff, and we're going to go see Black Panther in droves. But if we can't walk away and not get a message or not get the key points that's in that movie. We can't do it. I just believe, brothers and sisters, whatever it is that you have, if you have as far as your family and whatever you have, your possessions, and if you have a love for your culture, it's worth fighting for. It's worth fighting for. Now I know for me, look, no, I'm not going. No, I have no problem, no compunction whatsoever. If anybody come against me or anybody that's with me, my family, whatever, I'm not having it. I'm not. I'm not going to just sit here and just allow any situation just run through me. That's not going to happen. No. You got to fight for something. You got to fight. It's necessary. It's needed. I say it all the time. The rest of society is not playing any games. We got to get out of playing games. It is not a game. They're being strategic. So should we. We have to see the big picture of where we stand and what's going on in life. We have to unify. We have to converse. We have to talk. We have to listen. Let's listen to one another. Why do you feel the way you feel? Why are you so passionate about what it is that you believe? And that which you believe, is it for the greater good? And if we can come to understandings on that what it is that we're trying to do is for the greater good, brothers and sisters, the sky is the limit. The sky isn't even in the limit. Where will we go if we really all just grow up and mature and realize that what we do is not just only for us. It's for our family. It's for our culture. That's just my 2 cents. Hey, like I said, I'm a brother from Detroit. What do I know? I might know a little. I might know a lot. I don't know. But here's the deal. Everything I said to y'all today, I said out of love. I care for y'all, man. And I want to see us do great. Hey, look, I'm excited for everybody who excited about going to go see the movie. Hey, God bless y'all, man. Y'all, hey, have fun, live your best life, go be great, but after you're done with that one little, fragmented piece of your life and enjoying some entertainment, remember what I said. Play this back. Understand that there's some substance in what I said and that there's some truth to it. And if we can do that, if we can, believe that, hey, this brother got a point. And not only does he have a point, I have a point too. So look, brothers and sisters, hey, I want y'all to take care. Enjoy yourselves. Be blessed. It's your boy SPEAKROC. I'm out.